Hello everybody, so today I'm going to do a sort of kind of a reflections video. Just now that I had this watch since July, it's now December. Bit of noise going outside. So it's I got this in July in Tokyo. It's the Seiko SBDC 029. And I'm now wearing it on a rubber strap. I have to say I really do like the rubber strap. I like the look of it. I like the kind of, well, mainly the look of it. The actual rubber strap that you get with it, not very comfortable, have to say. Hard, digs into the arms a bit, so big minus there. I'm not sure why they give such a sort of hard, kind of uncomfortable strap when on other Seikos. Like I think I saw a Seiko Turtle, they have like a really smooth silicone strap. So for a watch that comes in at the higher end of the Prospex range, slightly higher end, let's say $1,000, they do give you a low quality $20 strap, which when you look at the Seiko range and the silicone that they use, why didn't they just throw in a silicone strap with the watch? Because yeah, it would have been worth their while. It would have just made it a bit more added to the whole package. The watch itself still looks good. I like the look of it. I think the rubber strap accentuates the watch. I think every dive watch should look good on a rubber strap, and this one definitely looks good. The watch works perfectly fine. No issues with the watch itself. The titanium, yes, very light. Everything they say about the titanium is true, believe it. Now, the actual reason why I'm making this video today is actually I do want to actually highlight something that I think not enough people have highlighted. There's something that I found out recently after doing a bit of research. I kind of knew about it, but only recently did I actually start doing some solid research on it and getting a bit more sort of perspective on it, sort of Seiko perspective. Now I'm just gonna zoom into this watch and I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna spin the bezel around and I'm gonna put it just at the 12 o'clock position, and it clicks there. There's the click, and I want to ask you, is there anything wrong with that? Do you see anything wrong? Is it perfect? I'll do it again, so I'll just show you. I'm not gonna highlight anything. I'm just gonna go to just where it gets to the 12, which is normal 12 there. I think that's dead on 12, right? So you heard the click. You can't really move it anymore. You can't really move it anymore without clicking it. There's a bit of play, but I'm not gonna move it. That is 12 o'clock dead on. Now, do you think the 30 pip is dead on? Do you think it is aligned at the 30? That's the question. I'll let you look at it for a second. How about if I was to zoom in and have a closer look, so we could have a closer look at this. There you go. Alright, so we can agree the 12 o'clock pip is perfect, right? Perfectly aligned. Look at the 30. Take a close look at the 30. Does that look to line? Maybe you want me to adjust it a bit more. Okay, there's the next click. Now it's off. Can I move it back? No, I have to move it again. So let's just keep doing this. I'm just going to show you the point I'm trying to make here is, okay, there you go. This is not an optical illusion. You are looking at a misaligned Seiko Shogun. The pip is not at 30. Proof for the pudding. Turn it over to 30. Look at the pip. Where's the pip dial? Where is it? It's off by a millimeter. It's off. Now take a look at it. If you take a look at it from the side, everything else is aligned. You look at 45. can look at 15. You can look at 12. Then you look at 30. No, it's not an optical illusion. It's not an optical illusion. I'm not trying. I haven't used the faulty bezel, or I haven't kind of adjusted it in any way. I haven't done any sort of corrections. I'm not one of those people who like to do their Seiko mods. No, this is box fresh, bought in Tokyo, not from one of the dealers out online. Bought in Tokyo, Yodobashi camera. You can check my other video. I kind of talk about that. And the 30 pip is not aligned. And what can I say? Now I want to go on a big rant about it, and I kind of was about to. Then I looked at some of the forums, and I can't believe that not many people are that kind of angered by this, considering that the watch costs almost $1,000. Considering that Seiko are a brand who sort of always advertise themselves as like precision instruments, and sort of talk about how great and how their heritage, and how they were one of the first companies to make the quartz watches, or the sort of mechanical movements and all this history of watchmaking. For them to make a watch with a unaligned bezel and sell it for $1,000, I think this my friend is unacceptable. It's pretty much unacceptable. And I thought for a second, okay, well, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. I can live with a unaligned bezel. Maybe it's just me. It's possible that it just happens 1 in a million. No. Turns out it's pretty much on all the Prospex range. I looked at it. I looked at forums. Seiko Samurai, Seiko Tuna, Seiko Shoguns, obviously. What else we got? Pretty much any of the Prospex line, not just the made in Japan ones. All of them. If it's made in Thailand, or if the parts are made are Japanese movement, whatever. The Prospex line has a faulty bezel, and they're selling it to their customers knowingly. If you actually go to some of the websites, I could actually show you some of the websites. They actually just tell you straight up that the alignment of the bezel is not necessarily going to be perfect on a Seiko watch, nor is the crown going to be as good as Swiss movements. So they're warning us already. All of these shops, they're warning us, and for some reason people seem to accept that this is a way of life. People are just shrugging their shoulders, saying, well, okay, that's just Seiko. I'm just going to show you something here. Here's a website. I'm not going to tell you the name of the website because I don't want to give advertising. The chapter ring and index and bezel index and face index not being aligned perfectly. In general, Seiko screw-down crowns are not smooth as Swiss manufacturers. Okay, well, that's Seiko Japan anyway. And they're talking about one of their solar watches, but basically all of their watches have this issue, or all of their Seiko divers has this warning. Pretty much anything with bezel. Now this just angers me, really. It just really does anger me. It's you're selling something that's for a very high price, a premium, you know, and you got lots and lots of fans out there who buy your watches, collect them, and you got this fault with it. Unacceptable. So it really bugs me, you know. It really bugs me. I mean, some people were suggested that you should move the pip back just slightly, manually, and that may fix it. Yes, okay. You could argue that it works, but what is the point, you know? You don't buy a diver's watch to twist it and then manually push it back slightly just because there's a bit of play. You want it to just fall in. This is why you spend so much money. So that is my little rant, and I would just like to say to Seiko, unacceptable. And you know, I am seriously thinking, sorry about that, I am seriously thinking, should I buy another Seiko watch? As someone who really does love Seiko, they have now put that seed of doubt in my mind whether they really truly care about watchmaking. Anyway, thank you for watching.